Last year I did a pantry challenge, but this year we're gonna change it up. Instead of jumping right into a pantry challenge, I first wanted to track my spending. So what did I spend on groceries for the month of December? We are a family of 4, we live in the Midwest. We don't really eat out, okay? My husband and I, we don't eat out for lunches. My kids, we pack lunches, we don't buy the school lunch. And on the weekends and evenings, as far as like dinner, right now we eat out about twice a month. Again, it's an average, depends of course on life and what's going on. But family of 4, mostly eating food at home. How much did we spend in the month of December? Let's jump right into the grocery shopping trips. I'll tell you a little bit about what I bought and why.
Let's start this off with trip number 1 to Meijer. So I bought 3 pounds of sausage, 2 pork tenderloins. We got another single one for just $6.29. Then we got some ground beef. This ended up being $5.99 per pound. We got some lettuce, just a head of lettuce at $2.49. That seems outrageous to me. And then we got romaine for $4.69. I looked back at this. I can't believe I paid that much, but I really wanted a salad. Then we got bananas. Really all 3 of these bunches are $2.63. Nothing beats the price of bananas. We got a thing of raspberries. They were on sale for 99 cents, but we don't go through enough quick enough for me to justify buying more than just one. Strawberries, on the other hand, we got 3 of them, which I paid $4.49 times 3. That's a high price. Ugh, that one hurt. Just 1 red pepper for $1.69. That is for an avocado dip that I do. I put jalapeno in it as well. You're going to see a lot of red pepper, jalapeno, purple onion, avocado. That's what goes in the dip. Now here, I believe I got 6 avocados in this bag for $2.99. I like that deal. We got a large bag of the Colby Jack. I buy the big bags of cheese because we go through them. Now, these are dairy-free. One of my children has allergies, so it is what it is. I pay what I pay on those. We got some sour cream. This is just to go into dishes. Plain old sticks of butter at $1.29 each. We got eggs for $1.99. Some club crackers for $4.29. I meant to get the store brand, but I actually got the club brand. That was a mistake. Taco shells, $1.99. We do like tacos in our house. Vanilla, obviously, it can be expensive, but that's for baking. Lasts forever, so it stinks, but it is what it is. Tortilla chips, they were on sale, so I got 2 for like $4, so $2 each. And then barbecue chips were also on sale for just $2. Yes, a little bit of junk here at the end, but it is what it is. This first trip totaled me $121.34. Moving on to my second trip at Meijer. We got bananas. Typically, I pay 55 cents a pound at Meijer. 1 thing of strawberries. Today were, again, $4.49. That is really expensive. I got 2 onions today for $3.01. I do believe I get a better price if I buy the bulk bag and we go through them. Avocados. Today I did 2 large avocados for $2.58. I think the smaller ones are better for my dip. Jalapeno pepper. We got some cilantro. That goes in the dip as well. And then I put cilantro in a bag. It stays good for so long. Some corn. 49 cents is a pretty good price for me for canned goods. Applesauce cups. Now, these are only for lunch boxes at $2.39. We do not eat those at home. Pepperoni, again, more or less for the lunch boxes. More butter. I'm trying to make more and more things at home. Now, is that the best quality of butter? No, but it is what it is. Big old thing of Colby Jacks. I cut this up for cheese and crackers. Heavy whipping cream, again, for making dishes like Alfredo sauce at $1.99. That was on sale. Yeast for homemade breads at $5.69. Last a long time. Rice cakes. One of my kids has been into putting peanut butter on these, so that was for my picky eater. The spicy ranch goes in my avocado dip, so I'm willing to pay whatever for that, and it's $2.19. My total for this shop was only $38.41. Didn't buy a lot of meat, just bought some random things. Moving on to trip number 3 at Meijer. This was December 16th. I got some ground beef. Now, all the poundage and all this, regular price was $6.59 a pound, but it was on sale for $4.99. So I paid $4.99 for all that ground beef. Then we got a pork roast. I thought this was a good deal. It was a 2-pound pork roast, originally $9.99. So went ahead and got that. And then we just got our basic pork loin, was $9.99, but on sale. Chicken breast, we did 3 pounds for $9.99, so that means $3.99 for each pound. Broccoli at $1.49 each, goes in the freezer, can last for a really long time. Mozzarella sticks, this was a splurge. This is not a need. All right, this was a treat for me. $7.59. It's expensive, but just a treat. Cream at $3.19 each. Again, I use it for sauces. Colby Jack, I cut this up and use it for cheese and crackers. Really been enjoying that. More of that, and I believe the cheese was originally $7.29, so it was on sale. We got some of that dairy-free for my daughter at $3.69. 2 more of those, again, $3.69. They're just different types of cheese. Some bananas. I paid 55 cents per pound. We got a cucumber at $1.49. A little bit high for me, but healthy food. It is what it is. I did the 2 large avocados again. They were $1.29 each. Jalapenos, great deal on those. The thing about jalapenos, it's so much flavor for such a small price. Then we did some Brussels sprouts at $2.99. I'm okay with that. Strawberries. Now today they were $2.99 on sale. So much, much better deal today. Potatoes, $5.49. I feel like that's a bit high. Things like potatoes, lettuce, they're getting expensive. Then we got some pasta. I make mac and cheese for my kids using this kind of elbow pasta. Today I had my picky eater with me at the store and she asked for oyster crackers. Typically wouldn't get those, but said she wanted them. She also enjoys rice cakes. So when I have that eater with me, sometimes I might buy a few extra items. We got crackers for our cheese and crackers. Now, $6 for 2 boxes, $3 a box. They are a little expensive. Again, the picky eater requested these fruit bars for $2.49. We make homemade Rice Krispies, and sometimes my kids just eat these plain. And then we did Chex Mix to make puppy chow for a holiday party, because this is the month of December. We got barbecue chips. They were $2.19. They were on sale. Tortilla chips for actually a really good price at $1.50 a bag. I believe I had some coupons or something like that. Our total for this shopping trip came out to $144.96. Let's go ahead and jump into my 4th trip to Meijer. Now this one was a small one and I did Ibotta rebates, which I think I did on that last transaction on cereal. In the store, I paid $5, but I got Ibotta cash back for $1. So that makes them $2 a box. This mac and cheese I'd never buy, but on Ibotta, it was essentially free. Paid $4.49, got back $4.99. And I double checked. I got back more than I actually paid, which is crazy. And then water chestnuts were also on Ibotta for 25 cents per can. So I paid $5.95, got back $1.25. So at the store today, I paid $15.44. But on Ibotta, I got cash back of $7.24. So I am today going to go ahead because I literally went to Meijer to do these deals. I would not have had this shopping trip without it. I'm going to go ahead and deduct it and make it a grand total of $8.20 because I would not have bought these items if it weren't for those Ibotta rebates. Let's move on to transaction number 5. So went to Kroger on this day, got bananas. My Kroger price for bananas was actually 49 cents a pound. Then we're getting some other produce, kind of same old, same old. Oh, the Honeycrisp, I got $1.68 a pound, which is a great price. Like I was saying, I think the bag of red onions is better price. Avocados, I got a pretty decent deal on those. Bacon, $4.99 a pound. It looks like a high price, but there were 3 of them there. This Smithfield for $6, good price. Should have bought more, but maybe I had a coupon. Hot dogs, $1.50 each. This ground pork, I had a coupon to get it for free, so 0 is the price there. We got some cheese. We got more cheese for my daughter, high price at Kroger. Wouldn't typically get it there. Crispy fried onions for like green bean casserole. We make Velveeta mac and cheese. Do not like these chocolate chips. Not a fan. Brown sugar, just, stocking up on the staples while I'm there. Got some applesauce cups for the lunchbox. Those come out to 33 cents per cup. We like the figs at Kroger, and Meijer does not really have like a store brand. So went ahead and took advantage of that. Got some crackers at $3.39. Man, they're expensive. This Rana, I had a coupon for it. I got $1 off. That's why I got it. Again, kind of as a treat. Just some ketchup, stocking up. Peanut butter, I had a coupon for 40 cents off. So again, just stocking up. I go to Kroger specifically for this salsa. Yes, it is expensive. I pay $4.79 each, but I love it. I had $1 off on that Jack's jerky, so it was only 50 cents. Pretzels, we paid $2 for each one. We had a coupon for that as well. And then bread, just to stock up. My total for this trip to Kroger was $133.52. Moving on to trip number 6. This was on the last day of December. I went from the first to the last, and this was because I had a party, I do believe. Yeah, we were hosting for New Year's. So I needed to make a Caesar salad and pizza. So I got Parmesan cheese for the salad. I got mozzarella to make some homemade pizza, romaine for the Caesar salad. While I was there, I saw corn and I used that in my dip. So I did buy 2 cans of corn. You can't go to the grocery store without buying something random, can you? Then we went ahead and did 2 store-bought pizzas for $4 each. But I also made 2 homemade pizzas. I didn't want to completely bank on me making the pizzas. I was a little stressed. So I did half and half. The total for that small trip was $22.45. So real quick, here are my 3 totals. The color is just to differentiate. The 3 that are yellow are my lower shopping trips, of course, though, as well. The total came out to $468 for the month of December. That is how much I spent on groceries for my family of 4.
All right, so on the screen right now is that total number that I spent on groceries for a family of 4. I actually don't think this is terrible. Go ahead and leave a comment around what range are you spending. I feel like a lot of people are spending between like $700 and $1,000 a month on groceries. So I'm not mad about this. And what this number tells me is maybe we can tighten it up a little bit. You know, December did have some Christmas parties where I was buying some certain things. Let's see if we can tighten it up. And I would like to try to spend under $400 every single month of the year. Let's try it. I'm going to track it every single month. We're going to come on here and do a grocery shopping video. If for some reason I go between $400 and $500, it's not the end of the world. Like $500 is the absolute max. The push is going to be under $400. Does that make sense? I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace. Say there is a deal on meat and I really do want to stock up. It is what it is. That's part of why I don't necessarily want to do a pantry challenge, because it depletes the food I have and it prevents me from stocking up when there's deals. And don't get me wrong, it's good to go through your food and cycle through it, but I like having a home with a lot of food in it. I actually do. A little bit of that's how I was raised, and a little bit of it is I want to be able to cook a meal and not to run to the grocery store to get ingredients or to get meat. I want it in our home. So not going to do a pantry challenge this year. Instead, we're going to focus more on a grocery budget. And in the past, I haven't really budgeted. I try to go to the grocery store and I don't buy junk and I don't fill my cart, but I've never really had a dollar amount. And we're going to try for this full year, every month, to track the amount we're spending on groceries. Food specifically, if you notice these videos, I'm not talking things like paper products, which I don't buy a lot of paper products, but toilet paper, cleaning supplies, if I needed paper plates for a birthday party or something. I don't buy a ton of that. I try to avoid it, but that's not going to count. The grocery budget is just going to be food. If you're interested in my past year's pantry challenge, there's a whole playlist. I will link that in the description. And I'd love to see you back here next month for another grocery haul and find out, did I stick to the budget?